Tesla Powerwall 3, Anker Solix X1. Which is the better solar and battery system for your home? I'm going to be answering that question and teaching you all about these two market-leading solar battery systems in today's video.
The smarter way to go solar.
All right, now in today's video, we're going to be doing another head-to-head solar and battery storage system comparison between the Tesla Powerwall 3 and the new Anker Solix X1. Now, we're going to be doing the evaluation in 6 categories. Each category has a maximum score of 5 points for a maximum overall score of 30 points. Now, those categories are power, the storage capacity of the battery, of course the warranty term of the battery, the cost of the battery system and the cost to have it installed, the ease of installation, and this is a new category for us this year, but frankly one that's very, very important because depending on how the battery system is designed can have major impact on the total end cost to the end user, depending on what the labor and what the equipment required is to install the battery system. And then finally, what I like to call the X factor. And what the X factor is it's a way that I can award additional points to one of the two products where there may not be a direct apples to apples comparison, but where some of those unique features could have major impact for you as a potential system owner. And with that, let's get into the comparison. All right, up first is the Tesla Powerwall 3. Now, in terms of power, the Tesla Powerwall 3 provides 11.5 kilowatts of continuous power. Now, that's a lot, especially when we're talking about a single battery unit. 11.5 kilowatts is going to be enough to provide whole house backup for, I would estimate, 70 to 80% of you that are watching here in the United States. So it's enough power to run heavy loads like central air conditioning, electric water heaters, as well as your normal 120 volt appliances like lighting, refrigerators, microwaves, and home office equipment. Now, in terms of storage capacity, the Powerwall 3 offers 13.5 kilowatt hours of storage capacity. Tesla is pretty much stuck with this 13.5 kilowatt hour level with a number of its battery products, even previous generation battery products. And again, I think what you'll find with 13.5 kilowatt hours, that'll be enough to run the critical systems only for about 24 hours. When I say critical systems only, I'm talking about lights, refrigerator, bedrooms, home office. However, if you're looking for a true whole house backup, then most likely you're going to have to purchase a second battery unit, which would take that up to 27 kilowatt hours of storage capacity. Now, in terms of the warranty, Tesla offers a 10-year warranty. And that's pretty much what we're seeing here in the market right now is that 10 years is sort of the standard. There are a couple of batteries out there that offer a slightly longer warranty, but 10 years is what we're seeing standard for a home battery system, and that's where Tesla lands with the Powerwall 3. Now, in terms of cost, the Powerwall is going to be one of the lower cost battery storage options. It's definitely not the cheapest battery option, especially recently with a lot of these cheap generic Chinese batteries and other international batteries that have been coming onto the market. But Tesla is definitely going to be on the lower end of the price spectrum. And remember, when you're talking about the Powerwall 3, it's not just the battery, but it also serves as the solar inverter as well. So it helps save you some cost on other parts of the system. Now, in terms of ease of installation, I'm going to give the Powerwall 3 3 out of 5 points. And the reason is that although the battery itself is pretty heavy, a single battery unit weighs about 300 pounds. So you are going to have a larger crew to install this battery. In some cases, you may have to use a special lift to get the battery lifted up onto the wall bracket. But Tesla did an excellent job with the design of their backup switch, sometimes called the meter collar adapter, which is a device that basically hooks right underneath your electric meter, communicates with the Powerwall, and allows you to install for whole house backup without having to install a complicated transfer switch or install a complicated critical loads panel. Those are things that can really bog you down as an installer or an electrician. So by simply being able to pop a meter base on or pop a meter collar onto the electric meter, it avoids you having to do any kind of detailed surgery or complex rearranging of circuits within the house, which definitely helps with the installation. As an installer, also helps to minimize disruption of the home and cutting up your drywall if you're a homeowner. And then finally, I'm going to give the Powerwall 3 plus 2 X Factor points. For the excellent aesthetic of the product, I do think the Powerwall 3 is one of the nicest looking batteries out there, which is just on par with what we expect from Tesla all around. Whether it's the vehicles, the software app. And that is a nice thing that a lot of folks will comment on, is those of you who are Tesla electric vehicle owners, the battery, the solar, your electric vehicle charging, all of it can be viewed and controlled from a single app. So this is the Tesla Powerwall 3. All right, up next is the new Anker Solix X1. Now, in terms of power output, each Anker battery stack provides up to 6 kilowatts continuous power with an extra 10% if you're running in off-grid backup mode. So if you're running 6 kilowatts continuous on-grid, you can get 6.6 kilowatts per power stack when you're in off-grid mode. Now, I should mention, this is a modular stackable battery. And so you have a power module, which is basically your inverter, your controller at the top, and then you can have 3 battery storage modules directly connected to each power module. And in a second stack, you could have up to 3 more battery storage modules connected to each power module. But I think what you're going to find is, for those of you who are wanting to install whole house backup, you're going to do 2 stacks. So 2 power modules, each one having probably 2, maybe 3 battery modules each, so you can get to higher capacity. And speaking of storage capacity, each battery stack here has 15 kilowatt hours of battery storage. Now again, that's assuming you're using 3 modules and then connected to your power module on top. 3 battery storage modules and 1 power module on top. Now, in terms of the warranty, Anker also stuck with that standard 10-year warranty. And in terms of cost, I think you're also gonna find that the Anker Solix X1 is at the lower end of the price spectrum. Now, I know a lot of you out there, you want me to be able to give specific pricing. I'm afraid I can't do that. But if you'd like to get in touch directly with Anker or get in touch with an installer in your area, go ahead and hit the link down below in the description, and that way you can get some specific pricing or a quote for installation if that's what you're looking for. But definitely Anker is going to be on the lower end of the price spectrum, an excellent value. And of course, as you scale the system larger, that's going to reduce even further your total cost per kilowatt hour of installed capacity. I should also mention, in terms of scaling up the system, you can parallel connect up to 6 power modules in a system for a total of 36 kilowatts continuous output. Now, in terms of ease of installation, I'm going to give the Solix X1 all 5 additional points. And the reason is because of the modular stackable architecture. Because Anker has broken the battery or the battery storage system down into smaller building blocks, not only does it make for a really sleek looking design, but it also means that the installation can be done with only 2 technicians and they don't need to use any special lift equipment. This also means the battery is going to be easier to install in tight, hard to access places where maybe you're not able to get a dolly or a forklift. And so everything would have to be carried in by hand. And then finally, I give X1 plus 4 additional X Factor points for a number of additional features that are available on the platform. You have the Anker X1 microinverters, or you can AC couple this system to any other existing grid tie solar system if you're just retrofitting to add battery storage later. Of course, they have the Anker Solix EV charger. So if you have an electric vehicle at home, you want to be able to charge directly from solar and be able to control everything on a single app, that works as well. And finally, aesthetically, the Anker Solix X1 is one of the best looking batteries out there as well. In fact, it is the thinnest home battery that I'm aware of on the market, less than 6 inches of depth out from the wall. I should also mention that Anker Solix X1 can operate at extreme low temperatures down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. The battery actually has internal thermal packs where it will actually warm up the batteries. So even if the outside temperature is below freezing, the inside temperature remains within a healthy operating range, which can be a challenge for lithium iron phosphate batteries. Okay, so if we look at the final side-by-side comparison here, for Powerwall, you're looking at 11.5 kilowatts power output per battery, storage capacity of 13.5 kilowatt hours, the standard 10-year warranty, below half, you're going to be definitely on the lower end of the price spectrum. 3 out of 5 points for ease of installation, plus 2 X Factor points. Now for Solix X1, we're looking at 6 kilowatts continuous power output. But again, folks, what I think is if you're looking for a whole house backup, you're going to use 2 stacks. So 2 power modules, each with maybe 2 to 3 battery storage modules underneath. But if we're talking about a single stack, you're looking at max 15 kilowatt hours storage capacity. Anker sticks with that same 10-year standard warranty. And again, it's going to be lower on the price spectrum. I think what you're going to find if you do a full quote for solar with battery storage, if you look at your total price per kilowatt hour installed capacity, you're gonna be very, very similar between these two brands. Anker Solix X1 gets all 5 ease of installation points because of the modular stackable design, plus 4 X-Factor points for some of the unique features on the platform, like the integrated microinverters, integrated EV chargers, as well as that ultra-thin aesthetic design. So if we total it up here, Powerwall 3 gets 5 out of 5 on power, 3 out of 5 on storage capacity, 3 out of 5 on warranty, 4 out of 5 on cost, plus 3 points for ease of installation, plus 2 X-Factor points for a total of 20 points. Now, Anker Solix X1 receives 3 out of 5 for power. Yes, a single stack is slightly underpowered, but for those of you going for whole house backup, just use 2 stacks. 4 out of 5 for storage capacity. This is a higher capacity battery. 3 out of 5 for warranty, standard 10-year warranty here. 4 out of 5 for cost, plus 5 points for ease of installation because of that modular stackable design, no special equipment required, plus 4 X-Factor points for a total of 23 points. Now again, folks, when we do these battery comparisons, it's not necessarily trying to say, hey, this one brand is better than the other, or this one product is always better than the other, but just give you some things to consider and some things to be aware of as you're navigating through looking for a solar and battery storage system for your home. By the way, folks, I should mention, we are just about finished with a new product here at Solar Surge. We're gonna be rolling out an online system where you can design, build, and even purchase your solar power system 100% online without having to ever deal with a salesperson. You can pick what kind of panels you want, what kind of inverters, batteries. Everything is very interactive and really puts you in control of the solar sales process. Now, of course, if you're in the process of getting quotes for solar, if maybe you've met with contractors or you haven't met with contractors yet, but if you need to get a price quote, either as an initial or as a comparison, if you already have some quotes that you're considering and you need to make sure that you're getting a good price and getting the right equipment, as always, feel free to reach out to us on the link below here. You can set up a call with a Solar Surge expert or just use the free online quote tool so you can see how much solar and battery storage costs in your area. Now, of course, if you're getting good value from the videos that you watch here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't done so already. That way, as we have new videos like this coming out, it'll come up on your feed so you can stay up to date with everything. Well, I thank you all for spending some more time on the Solar Surge channel. And as always, I'm Joe Ordia here, encouraging you to get prepared and be empowered. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.